I guess continue from the previous video, we had an example and I asked you to try this 3x squared times 2x to the exponent 5. So now what we want to try to do here is to apply, remember the new rule, or not really a new rule, but the trick that I told you about, S and L. So the signs here are both positive, positive. So there's no need to worry because positive times positive is positive. Then I gotta do the numbers. What are the numbers that I'm multiplying? So for now, because you are still trying to get used to this, I'll write this step, although it's not that necessary, remember? And then I'll say x squared times x5. This is so that I can have a clear picture of what I'm doing or where I'm going. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then the x squared, remember I've got to do that. That's an unnecessary step again, but I'm doing this once again to conscientize you because in the upcoming examples, it's one of the steps that I will not be putting in because I'll be finding that. Sorry, I mean, you know, the lazy mathematician takes shortcuts. So 6x to the exponent of 7. One thing to note, we multiplied the signs, positive and positive is positive. 3 times 2 grouped that, x squared and x to the exponent 5 grouped that, and then we applied law number 1, law 1, okay? And mathematics allows us to do this because of the commutative and associative rather property. Okay, let's move on to the next one, the next problem. So let's call that A and let's call this B. The next problem that we had then said, okay, you have x squared y squared times x cubed y cubed. Now, again, signs all positive. Numbers, everything is 1. We don't stress. Now we gotta do a little bit of this grouping again. I want you to get used to this. You're in grade 8, you are starting, you want this to sink in. You don't want to confuse yourself. This is a new thing, so allow yourself to take time and digest it. It's okay. So again, I've got to add those two, okay, meaning the exponents times y. Then I've got that plus that. Okay, and then of course x 2 plus 3 is what? 5, x to the exponent of 5. Then y, what is 2 plus 3 again? It is 5. Very, very important. Okay, when you group your variables according to the way they look like, it makes things much easier. You wouldn't have seen this if you omitted this step. And like I said, it's one of the steps that will that will soon fade out. Let's try another complicated examples and be more classical at this. I'm just going to do 3 examples here, and this is the third one that I'm going to do before I give you some problems to try. 3a cubed b to the exponent 4 times 2a to the exponent 6 b to the exponent 5. This example is what I'll call a level 3 question because it's a combination of what we did in A and in B. So again, signs, everything is positive at this point. We don't need to worry. So I just go for the numbers. Let me start my grouping. Numbers with numbers. Letters that look the same with the letters that look the same. So I've got a to the exponent 3 and a to the exponent 6. That's it. And then I've got b to the exponent 4 times b to the exponent 5. Then from here, you should understand that it is business as usual. And then, you know, you just have to do the multiplication. So 6a, I'm not going to include this step here in this case. So you know now you got to add a 6 and a 3. But maybe let me just do that because this thing is still sinking in. And let me do that. Then I've got 6, a to the exponent 9, b to the exponent 9. You will excuse my terrible handwriting, but at least I am hoping you can hear what I'm saying and relate to what I am writing there. Okay, so I want you to try this. for in 60 seconds. You know, speed is one of the critical things in doing mathematics. So I mean it when I say in exactly 60 seconds. So how about this? Suppose you have minus 3x, okay, times 4x squared, okay? Yeah, try that in 60 seconds. I'm gonna pause, but for your own curiosity, if we were to do the solution for this thing here, it's going to be signs first. It's negative and positive. There's a positive there, remember, and the answer is negative. Then I gotta do 3 times 4, okay? And I gotta have x times x squared. And this is minus 3 times 4 is 12x cubed. I hope that's what you have arrived to. We end it here with law number 1. And I hope you see the different types of questions that come with this law, and you'll be ready enough. You know, you remember this thing and be able to answer in the time of testing or examination. Next video, we'll be moving to law number 2 of exponents. Keep on.